Here's how I think this is going to go. I think it's going to be 3. I think it's going to be Lance, Rosen, and Garoppolo. I think Garoppolo is going to make this team. I think if they could trade him, they will. But that seems kind of unlikely. He would have to play really, really well in camp, in preseason, as would Lance. And some team would want to really trade for him. Some team would want to restructure his contract. I don't know, maybe Houston, maybe not. So let's say no team wants to trade for Jimmy because, he didn't play that well in camp. 7 touchdowns, 6 picks, 62% completions. He wasn't that great. He's not that great. He's limited. So I think what'll happen is Lance will play a lot in preseason, and he'll look the way he looked in camp, which is phenomenal. And the Niners will make him their starting quarterback because they traded 3 first-round picks and a third to move up to 3 to get him. They didn't move up there with skepticism in mind. They're thinking, we want this guy to start if he's ready. Well, he's shown he's ready in camp. Now he needs to show he's ready in preseason. If he does, I think they'll make him the starter. And what they'll do in that situation, I think, if they can't trade Jimmy, is they'll go to Jimmy and say, look, we're starting Trey Lance. It's nothing personal. You played well in camp. You saw where this was going when we drafted him. If we liked him, if he looked remotely ready, we were going to go with him. He looks ready. So he's a starting quarterback. We love you, Jimmy, but obviously we're not going to pay you $27 million to be the backup. That's not going to happen. So here's what we're proposing. We'll pay you $10 million we're going to pay you $10 million this year, not 27, 10. And we'll give you an extra $1 million for every game that you start. So if Trey Lance gets hurt or we bench him and you come in and you start games, you can get $1 million per game. And to sweeten the deal, we will reduce the length of the contract from 2 years, because you're signed through 2022, to 1. So instead of it being 2 years, 50-something million, it'll be 1 year, 10 million with possible bonuses if you play, and then you'll be free in 2022 to leave and sign wherever you want to go. How does that sound? If you don't like that, we could cut you. And at this point, there's not a lot of teams with cap space. I'm not certain you would get more than 10 million for 2021 right now on the free agent market. So really, we're trying to help you. You had an opportunity to beat out Trey Lance. You didn't. So we'll pay you probably more than what any team's going to pay you and let you walk next year. How does that sound? I think that's what's going to happen. There's no way. Here's the thing. I think everyone's like, oh, okay, the Niners will start Jimmy Garoppolo the first 4 weeks of the season. Nah. If they do that, if his contract is guaranteed, and then you make him the highest paid, he's the fifth highest paid player in the league, and he's your backup, you can't have that. No team has ever won a Super Bowl with one player taking up 13% of their cap space. And that's players who played. You definitely can't win a Super Bowl with 13% of your cap space on the bench. So instead of giving Jimmy a week or two to play and lose the job and then make him the highest paid backup of all time, you just give it to Lance week 1 and say, look, we need to cut that. We need to restructure this contract. You need to take a massive pay cut. And he may do it. That's the way I think this is going to go. And then the third quarterback being Rosen, it's going to go to whichever quarterback plays better in preseason, Rosen or Sudfeld. I'm still going with Rosen because I'm a Rosen truther. End of story. So we'll see what you got, Josh.